So welcome class to today's lesson, lesson 1-5, compare and round greater numbers. Strong mathematicians can round and compare multi-digit whole numbers. So we did some comparing and some rounding already, and with numbers from up to 1,000. Now we're going to go even bigger since we learned about in our last unit, thousands and 10,000s and 100,000s. So in your notebooks right now, you put today's date and your box one for notes, and you want to write down these rounding rules. These rules look the same as we had a couple days before, so if you have those written down and you can easily find them, you can use those again. If you need to write them down, we'll read through them and that can help you out. It said rounding rules, you want to look at the place value to the right of the one you are rounding. If it is 5 or higher, you round your place value up a number. If it is 4 or lower, you keep the place value the same. Then you change all the place values to the right of the one you are rounding to zeros. Also, when we were comparing, we use the following then: greater than, like the alligator is going to eat up the bigger number, less than or equal to, depending on if the numbers are the same or different. So right now, pause the video if you need to and write these notes down to help you out with today's lesson. So right now you can draw a line and box to our examples for today. These are examples that can help us out with the same strategies that we can use when it comes into our own independent work time. So like always, reading the directions are very important. Round to the nearest 10,000. So I'm looking at the nearest 10,000. So I need to find my place value. Well, it said we've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So we're round to our 10,000 place value, which means we need to look at the place value to the right of the 10,000, which will be the thousands place value. And we see that's a 4. Well, we know that 4 or lower said the 8's going to stay the same. And all these numbers now are going to turn to 0. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 other place values that all need to turn to zeros. So 84,562 rounded to the nearest 10,000 would be 80,000. So same thing as well. We look at, here's my 10,000 place value. We look at the place value to the right, which would be the thousands. It's a 2. We know 4 or lower, the place value stays the same. That should be a 9. And the remaining of them turn to zeros. We have 99,141. So look at the 9 of the 10,000, which looks at the 9 of the 1,000. We know that 9 of the 1,000 is going to cause the 9 of the 10,000 to go up. So our 9 goes up by 1, which turns to 10. So we have 10 now, and now we still have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go 3 back, and right there, so 99,000 is really close to 100,000. Just like 99 was really close to 100, 99,141 is really close to 100,000. So you can pause the video right now and write down these examples to help you out later. As we move along, we have round to the nearest 100,000. So the 100,000 place value. Remember which one the 100,000 is? Think about 100. That would be the third one, right? But since it's 100,000, that turns into be the 6th digit. So here's ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So here's what place value rounding to. We'll look at the 1 right before it. So 249,845 rounded to the nearest 100,000. Well, we know 4 or lower, the number stays the same, so it would be 2. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 place values that need to turn to zeros. So if I'm rounding to the 100,000s, I have 200,000. So we're going to take the 3. We're going to look at the 9 and the 10,000 place value because we're rounding to the nearest 100,000. 9 causes me to go 5 or higher, causes me to round the 3 up to the next number, which would be a 4. And I have still those same 5 place values that all need to be turned into zeros. And last but not least, 999,999. Sounds really close to something, right? So we look at the 9 in the 100,000, so we're going to look at the 10,000 place value. 9 is going to cause me to round up, so that 9 in the 100,000 is going to turn to a 10. And I still have 5 zeros. So now we count. So I have my ones group, comma there. Oh, I have 1, 2, 3 more zeros, so that's another comma. So 999,999 turns into 1 million. Pause the video right now, write down these notes to help you when you have to round to the nearest 100,000. Now that we have the ability to compare both 10,000s and 100,000s, we're looking at comparing these large numbers to see which one is greater than, less than, or equal to. So look at this first one right now. One of our easiest strategies, looking to make sure, do they have the same amount of place values? I have 6 place values on the right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I only have 5 place values. So I always know that 6 place values are bigger than that. Another strategy we always like to say is say these numbers: 198,593, 98,593. Which would I rather have more of? Well, 198,000 is a lot bigger than 98,000. So 198,593 is greater than 98,593. Said 705,126. 705,126. 770055112266. Those would be equal. Notice when I start comparing them, if I know they have the same number of place values, I always start with the biggest place value first. So for my last one on this page, 5 and 5, since they both have 6 place values, 500,000, 500,000, 30,000, 30,000, 2,000, 2,000, 800, 800, 30, 40, well, 40 is bigger after my first difference. So 532,834 is less than 532,843. So you can pause the video and put these into your notes to help you with your examples as you move forward. You can draw a line in your notebook now. Now it's your turn to practice these skills that we just went over to see, hey, am I getting this right now? Do I still need more practice? How am I feeling? So pause the video right now, round to the nearest 10,000. We got 3 different numbers for you to round to. Use the strategies that you learned in this video to help you see if you can answer these questions. Now that you've practiced rounding to the nearest 10,000, here's some more practice with rounding to the nearest 100,000. We have 3 more numbers for you to try to round. Using the strategies and your examples from before can help guide you and help you see if you can come up with the correct answer for these problems. So pause the video right now and give it your best shot. And now that we can round numbers to the nearest 10,000, we tried rounding numbers to the nearest 100,000. Now we're trying to compare numbers with each other. So if you take these 3 sets of numbers and see if you can compare them. Also a good strategy is thinking of what actually made the difference. Maybe you want to highlight that number or circle that place value. That helps show you where the number helps you to determine which way you chose. So pause the video right now, give you your best chance. Write down the whole number sentence from the left to the right. Not just the greater than or equal than or less than symbol, because we don't know what those numbers are actually referring to. If you just write the symbols, we need the whole number sentence. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, it would be a great spot to write those down that we can discuss. Also, if you have any strategies that you use that might be different than what you've learned that help you be successful, make sure you jot those down so we can share those with our classmates.